Welcome back to episode 58 of the Backroad Banter podcast. This is, as we just said, episode 58, week 58, which means that we're through 57 of them. And pretty cool statistic. Pretty cool statistic, man. Most podcasts don't make it past like 15 to 20 episodes. So we're already above 90% of people that start a podcast or think about it. So
I feel like most of it is because most people do one and nobody watches and they're like, oh, fuck this. And then we do one and nobody watches and we're like, oh, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Still doing it for starting it. The reason for starting it. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Didn't change a thing. Yeah. Oh. That's honestly, that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
Maybe one day one of us will just get famous for some random dumb shit, and then somebody will find out that we have this, and they'll be like, these guys have had a podcast for 3 years?
We can just transition. Yeah. And then they'll have plenty of content to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Watch how we evolve on this thing. Gosh. Oh, what have you been into, dude? What's going on with you?
Dude, this has been my, I like how you worded that. It made it sound like I was acting weird. What's going on with you, man? No, I've been working. I've been working my ass off. I'm fresh off my long week. This is my Saturday, so to speak, my first one. So I got, today's Monday. Again, this is a record. This is 3 weeks in a row that we've recorded on a Monday. This one's not at the ass crack of dawn like the last two have been. I know the last one was at like 10 a.m. I don't remember the week before that, but the week that we were snowed in, it was like early.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, I've just been working, dude. It's my long week. I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, on my way out the door. I got my test results. Well, I don't want to say I got my test results because they don't give you your results. They either give you an invite to an interview or they don't, and they did. So it's good news on my part. So hopefully my schedule's, if I do get into that gig, my schedule's still going to be busy, but at least it's going to be, I'm going to be getting compensated properly for it. So, hopefully my time at the old protein bar place is almost done.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm super glad that, technically you didn't pass, but you did better than a good percentage of the rest of them. We know that for certain. So, that's awesome. I'm excited just for another chapter in your life, dude. It's really cool. Yeah. That's what I'm excited about. That's what me and Faith have been stressing about, is trying to figure out what we're doing next and where we're going and everything. And but talking to you and it just has me excited because it's like, man, it's just the next evolution and next real big adult step too, because whether it's something you do for the rest of your life or not, it's going to be a skill set that you'll be able to take with you forever, and that's what's beneficial about it.
Yep, and we've been kind of, I don't want to say stressing, but we've been starting to think about where are we going next. And I think I just heard her say something, but I can't hear because of my headphones. They're noise canceling. Did you say something? No? Okay. But yeah, we're thinking about where we're going next, and we've already looked at some places. Of course, there's no guarantee that those places will be open in August, whenever it comes time.
Yep.
But we've been looking around. We're trying to. I mean, we're both gonna have, especially if my interview goes well, we're both gonna have more than solid jobs. But we're still going to try to find some place cheap. Just spend a year, padding our bank accounts and living a little easy, doing fun shit, and then we'll conquer the next chapter after that. But yeah, this is the year's been off to a fresh, good start. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I've been doing my shit that I've been supposed to do. Still going to the gym. Still eating right. All that good shit. I got told by two separate people the other day. They're like, "Man, it looks like you're losing weight." I'm like, "Thank you. I've been trying."
That's awesome.
I've been trying hard. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see. For once in my life, because I haven't been a total fuck around. But a lot of the times I've tried to do stuff and it has amounted to nothing, like literally nothing at all. So it's cool to finally see, the fruits of my labor and my hard work actually doing something for once. It took a minute, but
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it's just proof that you got to keep doing it, because there's been some times where it's like, man, my hard work hasn't got me shit. Why am I even trying? And
Yep.
then I'll get in a funk for a few months, and then like I'll start trying again. I'm on that cycle, but it's good that this time around it's like, oh, okay. So if you just like, so your hard work's not always going to do something, but if you fucking keep at it, then
Find
it
the right
might.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that it's so ironic, man. That's exactly where I'm at right now. In terms of what I do and where I'm at in my department, I love my job right now. But with the outside departments and other departments in the last month alone, seeing the people that have been hired for positions internally that don't have the degree, experience, knowledge, or anything for it, and to see them just continue to transition up, it just for me it put that in reference that my hard work doesn't always pay off, and for me it was the assumption that one, don't just apply for shit that you're not qualified for, and
Right.
basically just take that sense in general, like work to be qualified and to make yourself the best candidate for things. But with the college, it's like the opposite. It's like they don't care. They just well, it's the town. It's who your name is and who you know and who you're related to, unfortunately. And so this year so far has been a really big eye opener in that sense. So that's it's given me a little more freedom in like being willing to look for other things, and where my next step might be, just because it's been 2 years now, and as you said, it's just your hard work doesn't always pay off in terms of the areas that you think it will. This was a great
Yeah.
stepping stone, very beneficial for me in so many ways. But when you can see the end, you can see the end for yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, just being positive about that. That's the hardest thing to do. But if you are, that really does make a difference.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna like input something really, cheesy and cliche into that, but it's like it's kind of true. It's not about how many times or it's not about getting knocked down. It's how many times you get back up. And like that's really it's really what you got to keep doing. Like fuck, life will knock you down a billion times, but you're not out of it until you stay down. So
Yeah, for real.
yeah,
And if there's anybody that ever listens to it that's in a position like me or in a place like I am in terms of this town, and it's just, you're doing good for yourself comparative to everybody else around you, but you're not meeting the standards or, fulfilling the personal dreams that you had set out for. Don't lower your standard just because the town or the place that you're in doesn't offer doesn't offer you the benefits that you're looking for, because they
right.
are out there. That's where it comes into, and it's cliche, but you got to step out of your comfort zone, and you've got to be
That
willing
yeah,
to make changes that are big and life changing. But that's how you also grow as a person, and then grow, whether it be financially or whatever your goal is. It's definitely not from staying comfortable. And
yeah,
after having this job, like, I understand the people that get stuck in a really comfy position with a lot of perks, though they may make nothing and may not feel valuable or desired in a lot of ways. Those perks are what keep them there. But oh my gosh, like, it's all I don't know. I don't understand how people can do it, because that just drives me crazy. But then you go back, and now I'm witnessing those same people that are been in this place for 20 years, and they're getting mad when new qualified people are coming in and asking for money that they're not making. And it just all has to do with you've been in the same position at the same place for 20 years, never
yeah.
went for yourself and been like, hey, I deserve this because I do this,
Right.
this, and this. So it's a little bit of self-value too. They don't understand their self-worth. But there's just this like clouded mindset that happens, and I'm really trying to get out of that and look towards that next step, like what you and Jocelyn are currently,
Yeah.
Entering.
Yeah, hell yeah. The good thing too, the one thing I'll say about getting out of the comfort zone is oftentimes when you do it. I mean, I haven't done it a ton in my life, but especially this year, the two main things that I've done. If you do whenever you do decide to get out of your comfort zone, oftentimes you'll like look back and realize, oh, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, why the hell did I wait? You know what I mean? That's how I feel now. Like I'm happy that it's moving forward, but every once in a while I'll beat myself up. I'm like, why did I wait this long to do this shit? I guess it's because originally I didn't think I wanted to do this shit, but
Yeah. And you don't know until you try things out, and that's another
Right.
thing. Is, I mean, for some people, so for me, I understand what you're saying, but I'm glad that I spent the amount of time in the positions that I have. Like everything
Yeah.
that I've taken on, I'm very grateful for, because they were all uncomfortable, different transitions that have led to where I'm at right now, and but it definitely is something that you gotta face. Just
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't know anybody that has had everything given to them and they're like morally straight and narrow. Like,
Yeah.
and that really defines the person as a whole. Is how you treat and react to others, and then also how you look at yourself. So,
Right.
wow, yeah. What a good little freaking little talk right there. I've been need. See, I didn't know I needed it, but I knew that I needed it because I'm constantly thinking about it.
Right. Yeah, that I feel like that happens a lot on here. Happens a lot for both of us.
And I think that's the best thing. That's why I like having conversations with just anybody and everybody, because you realize you it's what the the highlight of social media could be if it was used properly, but it's the sense of community that you're able to find even in one other individual, because it makes you feel not alone, even if you're
Yeah.
we're going through very different things, but yet we're able to experience and understand what we're going through. So it's just really healing in a lot of ways.
Right.
Very good. Man, I love a good real conversation.
Fuck yeah, dude. They're always good for you.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Good for everybody.
Yeah, if you're listening, if you're in that mind, oh my gosh, you can always take shit away you didn't really realize you were thinking of, or dealing with yourself.
Yeah, right. Like
That's a,
fuck. If you don't take it from anybody, take it from us. And I don't know why you would take it from us, but go ahead. Feel free to take it from us.
just gave it to you. It's all you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's free. It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Nothing for it. Oh gosh.
Yeah, unless you want to pay us, unless you want to give us about $4 million, and even if you don't want to give us that, you can give us 4.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You'd be our first paid sponsor. We'd appreciate you.
Yeah, right.
I'll make an advertisement about you. I don't know who you are, but I'll do it.
That would be funny. I wish we had a friend that just had too much money for their own good that would just like give us money just to just talk about them.
That would be. I would love to see the transitions into them.
Yeah.
Then we just shout out there like, "Oh, we can't do that."
It would be cool if we could just say whatever we wanted to. We didn't even have to hype them up, and we're just like we're talking about something that we don't like, and then one of us is just like, "Yeah, speaking of pieces of shit, you know who's a real piece of shit?"
Go right into, dude. Me and
Our sponsor for this episode, Dalton Rose.
That's what me and my coworker Joey. We were in a meeting with a client and our boss, and which we're all like really close, but they were taught. Our client was talking about a girl that used to work in his Clarksburg office, and he was like, he spent 30 seconds trying to get the words out to describe this girl, and he went, "She's the type of person that only your parents would love." Or only her parents would love. And we were like, okay, we know what we're talking about. And me and Joey started talking to each other, and I was like, I don't know about you, Joey, but there's this asshole in this office beside me, a real piece of shit. And he said, I know what you mean. There's this loudmouth that's in the office beside me. And we're just shit talking about each other to each other. And the client's just staring at us, like kind of laughing, but then he's also super confused. And it's just the best moment. Like, oh,
Yeah, you guys should have really gone all in on it and be like, yeah. And then there's this dumb that's sitting across the table.
just got ourselves fired in the meeting. Oh, that's too funny.
Man, that reminds me though. I was listening to because we were talking about ad reads for a second. Do you ever listen to Theo Vaughn's podcast this past weekend?
Yeah, I love that podcast.
It's so funny, dude. Have you ever sat there and like, do you watch it or you just listen to it?
I primarily listen to his. Primarily
Yeah.
listen.
If I'm ever listening to it, I don't know if you've ever experienced this thing, but like, there's a ton of times where he starts an ad read and I don't know it
Yeah.
because he just starts like reading the ad like he would have a normal and he just says random shit all the time anyway. So like this isn't an exact example, but this is like a good one. He'll be sitting there like talking to somebody, and then just out of nowhere his ad read will start, but you don't know it starts, and he'll be like, he'll say something like, "You ever got done taking a dump and just feel like you smell like shit?
Yep.
Maybe you should try. Maybe you should try out our partner for this episode, Dude Wipes."
That's literally, and it's the same monotone voice. He's literally like, it's exactly that. It's exactly that. Has your grandmother ever shit herself? Well, you should try the 3X adult diapers. It is literally like slow and mundane. It is so like, oh my gosh, dude. He's himself. That's the best way to put it. He is, and I also have to say this, just because we're talking about ad reads. I like his ad reads. I like when he reads ads. Even if you know that there's stuff that he doesn't use, I truly believe there's stuff he supports.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we'll talk about somebody that I do listen to a lot and I admire but think is retarded, and that is Mr. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
His ad reads are a bunch of BS because he's talking about watching the Super Bowl and advertising on FanDuel and all this. He does not like gambling. He does not agree with gambling. He does not like sports in general. And the fact that he gets on and read those, it pisses me off every time because it's like, man, oh my gosh. And then it goes into the perplexity now. There are no. I told Faith because I know how his sponsorship deal's set up. After listening to enough of them, you don't see a Perplexity ad because Perplexity actually doesn't advertise themselves. They say they're marketing for who they sponsor with.
He just has Jamie. He just has Jamie ask Perplexity shit instead of Googling it now. That's all he does. So Jamie, maybe you should ask Perplexity, see what they got to say about this. And I was listening to one right before we were on, and he did that.
And if you think about it and think back to what he used to do, he never used to say, "Would you Google this? He would just say, "Hey, will you search this up?"
Jamie, pull that up. Yeah.
So now, and Jamie knows that obviously to use his sponsor, if that's what he's wanting, Joe is paid per time that he mentions their company name itself.
It has to be.
I guarantee you, that is the incentive is if you can mention it, because there's no other reason to say, "Hey, would you look up our sponsor Perplexity? Hey, would you look up on Perplexity?" Perplexity's our sponsor.
Perplexity's really good. I don't know if you guys have tried it, but Perplexity's awesome.
I didn't know if you know this, but we have an AI sponsor. It's called Perplexity, and that's literally it's those 4 variations that we just said. It's every time.
Perplexity. They're actually a partner of this podcast. They're really good. Yeah, it's all the time.
It's
dude.
all the time, man. And I get it.
He does do regular ad reads too. If you listen to the podcast on like the Apple Podcasts or whatever, and I swear to God, they're every 9 minutes. Yeah. I listened to his. I started listening to his with Greg Fitzsimmons that came out I think it came out today. If not today, then yesterday. And I heard an ad read, no bullshit, 8.5 minutes into the thing. I was like, dude, we just got here. This is 2 hours long.
What is this horseshit? Yeah.
We need this already? This is cable television, bro. Come on.
I'm really lucky. I only listen to it on Spotify, and even though I have the free version, I can skip ads. So.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it allows me to skip ads if it's downloaded, so I'm good.
Yeah. I can technically skip them, but I just got to hit the +10 button on the thing, or +15 or whatever it is.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I have to do that because... Yeah, because when I'm in the car, that is what I'm doing. You're right. That's what I have to do. But it's still nice because, no offense, I don't really care about AG1, which I feel like every time he says AG1, he always says AG1's been a proud sponsor of this podcast for 10 plus years. He needs to say AG1 is a company that I partially own, which is why they are a sponsor of this podcast. Like,
when I listened to the Greg Fitzsimmons one today, literally the first thing I heard was, "Yeah, Alpha Brain." It was. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating a little bit. It is the first thing that is said on the episode. Is because like they're already in mid conversation whenever the camera starts rolling, and the first thing you hear is just, "Yeah, Alpha Brain had some of that before we started." It wasn't. He didn't say it. Greg Fitzsimmons said it, but I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck?"
Yeah, man. I get it. Like, as people who don't get paid, which I'll get into that later or here soon, we don't get paid by our one sponsor. You still have to know the timing. Like, don't be annoying with it. And don't be overbearing, because even if there are people that are use it, like, I care about my cognitive health. I don't have the money to afford to do it, or to buy it. So I don't use anything except for lion's mane mushrooms, and that's randomly now. So it's just I get that it's an ad, but just shut the fuck up with it. Don't mention it every time.
I used to use Alpha Brain. I actually liked it. I used to get like a packet of, or like a box of it every time I went grocery shopping. Well, not every time I went grocery shopping, because there was like, you'd have one of them a day, and the box came with like 30 packets or some shit. So I'd get one every month. But
yeah, I used a lot of the lion's mane primarily whenever I was surveying, which was retarded because I didn't need to have increased anything, honestly, other than, I guess lung space. But those are pretty strong, so I'm good. My cardio's good. But now I could really use it. Now I could really use that stuff just because I'm trying to actually learn shit, grow myself. But until they're a sponsor, they can f*** off. So, sorry.
Yeah, those ad reads are a funny thing. But Theo Vaughn's got the best ones, because I can never tell when they start until he says the name of the product. I'm like, oh, this isn't part of the thing.
His are good anyways, because he still just says them how he would.
Yeah.
You
can tell Joe Rogan's are manufactured, because he's like, check out the Royal Rumble this Saturday on ESPN, the ESPN app. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah, somebody wrote that for you. You don't know what you're talking about.
The only one that I ever do actually, like, I give him a pass for is UFC. When you talk about, like, UFC's coming to Paramount, there's going to be a shitload of people watching. I'm like, yeah, you work there. Yeah. And you're right.
But that's okay, because UFC nor Paramount is a sponsor of his. So
no, yeah, he
that's
literally
just
works there. Yeah, he gets paid. He gets paid the same regardless, no matter who watches it. Yeah, unless so few people watch it that they shut down, but that's not going to happen. So
not now.
Not now.
It is. It will be in 5 years. It will be insane where that sport is at.
Yeah. I mean, shit. They started off hot too. Two numbered events, just back-to-back weekends. Now we don't get another until March 7th, which sucks.
But it's a kick-ass one March.
My God.
Oh, that's a stacked card, bro.
Holloway and Oliveira is the main event, I believe. That's going to be a banger. That's going to be fun, dude. I'm off work for that one, too. If I'm still working at this job, that is my off weekend. So if you want, we can get into something for that one. Maybe I'll be in town. Maybe I won't be in town. Either way. We can do something with that one, because that's going to be a good, like, a good entire event, but the main event's going to be a fucking
just a fun brawl too. A fun brawl. Yeah, I was really impressed with UFC. I'm happy with it. Trying to think on what UFC event is. Oh, it's the one at the White House. That's the one that they're like talking so much stuff about.
Donald Trump's dumbass said he wanted to build 100,000 seat arena in he said the front yard, didn't he? Like,
though, to use it, I thought they were
not going to fit that there.
I saw Dana White explaining, like, people don't understand, but the yard's sloped. So
Yeah.
And he said, I've been to the White House tons of times. They know me. They know me well. And I still get searched. He said, imagine trying to pack 100,000 people through White House security.
Right.
Do you think that would happen? So I'm kind of I praise Dana a little bit for being upfront and honest. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to be a crazy event, but this isn't going to be you can just come out and watch
Yeah.
it, you know.
And it's also like not going to be like right on the damn lawn. There's no way. You can't, like, I've been there, I've seen it. You can't fit, especially the size arena Donald Trump's talking. You cannot fit that in the White House lawn. You can't do it.
I thought they were going to try to use the left lawn. Well, that's pretty big, actually. That's bigger than what I thought.
Yeah, 100,000 seats, huge. Though.
You ain't getting
that's monstrous.
That's the entire. You have to clear out the entire thing, including fountain, and put that in.
Yeah.
Like, that's a stadium.
Yeah, it's more than a stadium. I think Heinz Field, or what is now Acrisure Stadium, I believe only holds 70.
Okay, so I'm looking at the north lawn. There's no way. Oh, okay. So the south lawn is the biggest, obviously the most likely scenario. But even looking at that. There's no way. There's no way, especially with security and the distance that you have to have for people walking out. That thing would end up being... I don't know if it'll happen now, because that'll end up being a couple thousand people max.
Yeah.
Max.
Like, it might be in D.C., it might be near the White House, but if you want to do it right and smart, like, that's a goddamn giant security risk.
Mm-hmm.
Having an open, like...
Everybody hates the president.
Roof. Yeah, an open roof event that the president's just chilling at.
He's already been shot at less than a year ago. Are we really... Well, I guess it's been a year and a half now, but still.
It has been a minute, yeah, but that's I was going to say a ballsy move, but it's past that. It's just not
stupid.
Smart. It's just not that smart.
It's just not. It is what this podcast is trying to bring back. It's the R word. It's retarded.
Yeah.
But Dana White likes the R word, so I think he
does.
also knows that's retarded. We still got a few months, though. I'm sure it's going to be crazy. But he said as of right now, I'm pretty sure this was in the same thing. He said if you thought the cost of the sphere was going to be a lot, he said to pull this off would cost double that.
Yeah.
And we all know that the sphere is retarded. So
Sphere is sick, dude. They did a thing in there, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so, yeah.
It
was I remember that now. It was so weird. Like, not bad weird, but it was so different. I remember watching that.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right here, and it says UFC 306, which was in the sphere, cost around $20 million to develop.
That thing's such a crazy structure.
And at the time, the average UFC event only pulled $2 million in pay-per-view.
Damn.
So they lost money on those matches. There's no way that you didn't make $18 million plus in arena, in-house.
So they didn't make it. They didn't make it, did they? I thought that was just like a Vegas attraction, and they're like, "Hey, we want to use that." Which I'm sure it's still expensive to run there. I'm sure it's expensive as fuck.
I think they had to pay.
But...
No, I think they had to pay for it. It's just like it's just like all the bands and stuff. You have to pay for it, but your cutback is a lot. I forget what it was. I'm pretty sure we talked about it when they built it, the cost and like how much it was going to cost per performance. But I don't know now, because I guess that would. I don't know how that works. Because realistically, like, if it's the UFC, you're going to bite some of the money because you're going to make some money off of it. So,
right.
You're right. I don't know how that would work. That's really interesting.
We'll have to ask Dana White.
Yeah. We'll give him we'll FaceTime. Don't worry, guys. We'll FaceTime him. Not today, but once this episode comes out, we'll FaceTime him Friday night and ask him what's going on. We'll have the news for you next
No
week.
telling if he's going to answer. No telling if he's going to answer or if we're even going to get the right number, but we're going to try. We should just find him on Instagram.
We'll make up
video call him.
He's one of those dudes that there's more than a 0% chance that it would happen if you said the right thing in the first message.
Oh, I can't video call him.
Oh, well, we might just have to message the guy. We'll get some answers for everybody. We'll get some answers. Oh, dude.
His Instagram, here's how much that I don't know if he doesn't use it or no, there's posts on it and shit, but he definitely doesn't update his oh no, never mind, I read that wrong. So they're having a UFC event Saturday. It's not one of the numbered ones though. It's UFC. It's like not one of the ones that would be pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But UFC Vegas 113 is Saturday. Paramount Plus at 8 p.m. But yeah, the next big one, which is UFC 326, is March 7th, so a month after that. Well, when I read that, I read his bio, and I thought he was out here trying to promote UFC 113. I said, shit, he hasn't updated this bio in a long time.
Why does he have that in there?
What, in his bio?
Yeah.
I guess that's the name of the next event. I guess whenever they run in Vegas, it's its own thing.
Oh, specific. This is Vegas.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's
what if that one? I wonder if that one's in the Sphere, or if it's in the Where the hell? Why can't I find it? I'm looking on ESPN for the.
He
section.
most certainly does not run his own social media.
There ain't no chance.
But I do want to give him props, though, because, one, it's stupid. Just make a professional page so that you can post this stuff. But at the same time, to only post your fighters and publicity of them is very solid. So, kind of tipping my cap to him for that, because that's nice.
This is funny. So, on ESPN, now that they're not partnered with ESPN... So ESPN used to have, you know, everything's broken down into categories. You can find the sports. It used to have one that was specifically UFC.
Yep.
It is not anymore. It is just MMA.
Honestly, that's smart. That's exactly how it should be. That's one of the first things I would have changed on our website and app if I was the creators as well. If I was on the PR team, get rid of that once that extended.
Yeah, right.
Plus, that's also good because people need to realize that UFC is a company, not what the sport is called.
Right.
That's what I was talking to Faith about and explaining to her that, like, the UFC is just the NBA, but you still have all these other different leagues in different countries that have their professional leagues. Yeah. And I said MMA means mixed martial arts, which is a combination of all of it. And I said that's why it's like the ultimate thing, because it is everything mixed together rather than one specific form of fighting coming toward. It was just cool to explain it to her, and she was like, "Wow, I didn't realize that." And
yeah,
that made me realize I didn't know that. That made me realize that the average person doesn't know that then, or probably doesn't know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, this next card is going to be pretty nuts. For 327.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. They could have done something awesome if they would have had that on March 27th, because UFC 327 was on 327, but they didn't do it. It's on 37 instead. But yeah, it's funny because if you click on the MMA section and you go to like the list, it only has UFC listed on there. But
yeah,
it only has UFC events. Which there's other one, like there's another big one in the United States, the PFL.
Yep. Professional Fighting League. Yep.
PFL still runs. They used to be
the PFL. Don't guys from the UFC go to the PFL and vice versa?
I think so, yeah.
I think
they originally came from something else, and they like merged or something with I can't remember exactly how that went down.
I love that I missed all the American fights on 325. Americans only fought in the prelims.
I gotta find out when the next... Okay, I got the PFL schedule right here. Holy shit! They have one here.
When?
March 28th.
Oh, that was probably March 20th.
It's not even in Pittsburgh. That's annoying. But yeah, it says PFL Pittsburgh, but it's in the UPMC Event Center in Moon Township. It's close to Pittsburgh, but it's not Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's up towards the airport, which is also... The Pittsburgh airport is also not in Pittsburgh, which is funny.
New terminal at the Pittsburgh airport. Everybody go check that shit out. What?
Yeah, go out and play in traffic on it.
That would be funny.
See what happens.
If you're on the runway, you took the wrong turn. Oh, gosh. This past weekend, there on Friday night, me and Faith went to a comedy show down in Charleston. Went and saw old Dusty Slay. That's where this hat came from. New podcast hat, official podcast hat for season 2. We're having a good time. And,
I gotta Google this guy and see if I know who this is.
Once you see him, hopefully you will, because I was really excited to listen to him.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
Yeah, he's from Tennessee. He does a lot of stuff with he's on Nate Bargatze's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Nateland. And then he has his own stuff.
Nateland.
But it was very good, dude. And his opener, his name was Connor something, I forget, but you could just look it up. Was also hilarious. It was a lot of fun. Me and Faith had an absolute blast. So, Dusty, thanks for a great freaking time. Thanks for an awesome hat. My wonderful wife bought me this hat as a memento. And also, I have to show this because my first ever comedy album.
Oh, that's awesome.
Physical comedy album. Very excited for it. Yeah, badass cover. That's a cool cover.
Does that say son of a bitch?
A son of a ditch.
Oh, okay. It's like, that's a pretty on-the-nose name, son of a bitch.
And if you look, he's in the ditch. So he's just sitting there.
He is.
It's very
Santa Claus is there.
Me and Faith listened to it's awesome because, one, this is like 30 or 40 minutes long. So it is a full album. But, dude, I can't wait. We have to listen to this sometime because you will really enjoy this stuff. It's very good. And, a pretty family-friendly type of guy. I wouldn't take my young kids to see him, but I would take my teenagers to see him. Because he's not inappropriate. It's just, it's just a little out there. It's funny. Very relatable in a lot of ways.
Yeah, if he does stuff with Nate Bargatze, I know Nate Bargatze's a clean comic, too. He's really funny. He's super funny. I didn't even know he was a clean comic until I heard somebody say that he was. And then I kind of, went back and looked through some of his clips and stuff on Instagram, and I was like, my God, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, very much so.
I couldn't tell. Yeah, I couldn't tell at all.
Yeah, he's, I love Nate, too. Dusty was funny. So, Connor, his opener really was fantastic. He was only out for 30 minutes. Dusty was out there for over an hour. He killed it. But, Connor was great, but Connor came out and he was like, "What's up, West Virginia? How is it?" He was like, "I'm excited to cross this state off my list. I haven't been to this state yet, and it's one of my last ones to go to." And as soon as Dusty came out, he was like, "Hello, Charleston. Yeah, so I'm a little confused because on the drive up here, Connor said that he had done a casino up here in West Virginia. So I don't know. He's either lying to you or me, but we're going to fight it out on the way back home because I don't know what's going on." And me and Faith just looked at each other and we were like, did he really have to call out his opener? And it was just so funny. He found a way to make it funny. It was just, you could tell he's a professional comedian. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. Even the simplest stuff. I know he was very disappointed because West Virginia, at least this specific show, gave him some pretty poor hecklers in terms of who was shouting out and doing stuff, saying stuff. They were all just retarded.
Why? I never understood why people heckle at comedy shows. They're going to tear you apart. They're going to embarrass you. They do it for a living.
Dude, he was really nice at just being pretty much just saying you guys are retarded without saying you're retarded and moving on. Yeah. The only one that he carried one throughout the show, it was the first person that said anything. He was talking about static electricity and how since he's gotten older, he can physically see it. And he was doing a bit, talking in the middle of a joke, and somebody said, "Yeah, like my cat." And the guy and Nate stopped it, or Nate, Dusty stopped. He looked at him. He said, "Yeah, like your cat. I can see your cat." And then just every so randomly throughout the show, he'd be like my cat, and it was just like perfectly timed to where
That's awesome.
it made sense as a joke without it, without him starting a joke with it. It was, we laughed on our way home. He had one bit where he was like, "Yeah, I'm just at the point to where I figure that if you acknowledge the things that you do wrong, people let you go." So he's like, "When I pass cops and I'm speeding, I wave." He said, "If I go through red lights, I look up and I say, 'Hey.'" Me and so Faith on the way home, every time we passed a red light, she was like, "Hey!" And it was just so funny, dude.
It would have been a lot funnier if you guys were running them on purpose just to do that.
That would have been more legendary. She
Yeah.
definitely would have had bigger balls than I in that. But yeah, so this Dusty Slay album, Son of a Ditch, I wish I would have bought his other one because he had two, but yeah, it's very good. Very good, very cool weekend. I had some other cool weekend stuff. I guess I could talk about baby shower. Happy baby shower, Morgan, and baby Ryan Kate. She will be born in less than a month, so yeah. And yesterday, dude, I went up to my sister's house for my little nephew's, my little nephew. Hopefully he's not a big nephew. My little nephew's, that'd be weird. My little nephew's birthday party. Nolan turned 6, and we were hanging out. Courtney and Devin bought him a 3D printer. If I have to take a break, I'll go grab him. This 3D printer is cool. They printed me a golf tee so that I could put in my office, and then I found it's literally the size of my nail. It printed a balloon dog, like perfect. It's so cool, but
That's awesome.
just a lot of fun and really cool little thing. Like it'd be so useful for an adult, but just a lot of fun. So I wanted to throw that in there.
Man, I remember when 3D printing first became a thing, which I don't know how much that one was, but I remember when 3D printing first became a thing, it was something that, like, normal people could not buy one. It was like a lot of fucking money.
Well, that's how this is, and that's what I was telling them. I was like, when they told me they were buying him one for his birthday, I was like, man, and I was thinking about the college and everything. I literally watched this one print both of them. Dude, the seams on this is incredible comparative to like the older, really expensive versions that the college has. I have a trophy from them, and you can you can easily see each layer that was added. This one is smooth as could be. I mean, very, very nice. The app that it comes with has an entire library of thousands of designs that you can just easily set up and print, and it prints. And the cost, $250.
I'm looking at one right now. The Anycubic Cobra 3, $247.
If you look at ones, you should look at Bamboo Labs. Bamboo Labs. Top brand.
No, I see one on here, $219.99 from Best Buy. Bamboo Lab A1 Mini 3D printer, and then here's not the mini one. It's Bamboo Lab A1 3D printer, $300.
Yeah, I want one so bad. I told Courtney, I was like, you guys, if I ever get a real adult job and have extra money, you don't realize what you've just done. It's just cool for yourself to have, just for stuff. I do want to say this because it does bother me. Anybody that gets that, meaning you moms out there, if you get a 3D printer and you think you can just start up a business, understand that what you're making is what everybody else can also make because you are using a design and you most certainly are not creating that design within CAD software. So just don't try to start a business with it because then you will be mad and your husband will be mad that you spent a bunch of money on a business and not a hobby. Tell them it's a hobby and you just want to make stuff for the family. That's it. It's already the next t-shirt and cup business, man. 3D printing is on the way and that bothers me. Like, I just can't.
Yeah, dude, I like that you said the cups because you can't go to any fair, carnival, any sort of anything without every goddamn person and their mother selling cups.
And now it's the same thing with 3D printed. Everybody has dragons. Everybody has these, the designs that everybody has, that everybody can make. I'm just putting this out there. The Backroad Banter podcast is an eco-friendly podcast. We very much care about animals. I noticed that you were doing that. With that, we are turtle-friendly around here, so we are destroying all these. No turtles will die in the making of this podcast.
Yeah, Jonathan will live forever. I do that shit, too. It's funny. I do it. I don't even do it like thinking of the turtles. I'm like, man, stray cats go and hang out in dumpsters and stuff. I'm gonna feel real bad if I see a dead cat with one of those around their neck, and I didn't cut it up.
See, before this was just a habit because my aunt always did this, and I was like, that is smart. You don't want nothing to get messed up with it. But since the podcast, I'm always like, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Jonathan.
Yeah. One day his record will be broken, and it will be because we were cutting our.
Yeah.
We were cutting our shit.
We alone has saved the tortoise population, or at least the elderly tortoise population.
So we're coming up on the first time we ever talked about Jonathan, which would mean that he's probably now about 194.
Be pretty sick. I just was able to introduce him there yesterday to my brother's girlfriend for the first time. Jalen, I had mentioned Jonathan, and she's like, what are you talking about? And I said, you just look this guy up. He's a legend. He's awesome. And Caleb knew what I was talking about, so he was just sitting on the couch laughing. She thought I was talking about a real dude, and then she looked him up, and it's a tortoise. But it's just really nice. I got to tell you, I think Jonathan might be one of the best things that's ever come from this podcast because,
Yeah, if we were to have a mascot, that's him.
Oh, yeah,
it's on our text message thing, on our background.
He is, yeah. He's the ultimate fucking guy. I don't know.
He's that dude.
Dude.
He's the GOAT.
That's the best way to put it. He's that dude. Yes.
Oh, man. I'll have to have a birthday party for him sometime towards the middle of the year whenever this updates. Because I looked it up and it said, as of late 2025, he's around 193 years old. So I think we'll wait till mid-2026 and then we'll have him a 194th birthday party. Don't know when his birthday is, and I don't think they do either, but he's got to have one. So we're going to make it.
Yeah, we get to create it. That's okay. I'm excited for that. Whole episode dedicated to tortoises and celebrating Jonathan. That will be really funny.
We're going to have to find out when we first brought this up, and then a year from then, it's got to be sometime soon.
Yeah, we should be able to just look through. I feel like we probably made him the cover photo, I think, whenever you first brought him up. So we should be able to look. That might be around the Pope episode, actually. I think it was the Pope episode, or a couple before it, because
I know that I was living here, so it had to be later than this time this year, because this time this year was, like, in between me moving out of the old place and moving into this one.
If I had my iPad with me, I could tell you, because I'm pretty sure I drew a picture.
The clip that I posted about it is from April 11th, 2025.
Okay. April. Yes. It was episode 15 because it wasn't the tortoise. It was Jonathan and Patchy's bird.
Yeah. So episode 67 will be the Jonathan birthday episode. Because that'll be 52 after. It'll be 52 episodes after 15. So we'll give him his proper celebration here in 2 months.
Oh, man. I'm excited. That's so funny. Looking back at my photos, that's a lot of good stuff there. My gosh. Dude, I wanted to ask you, what is WWE and 2K doing releasing 4 separate editions of the game?
Oh my sweet God, bro. And one of them was $150. Okay, so I'll give you the background on that and why it pisses me off. So here's what they're doing.
I'm sending this to you. I know you already have it, but just so you have it, and then I'll make sure that everybody can see it so that they can see these price ranges. And then while I'll have this up, you can explain it so they can at least.
So
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. So what it used to be, they used to have 3 editions. One of them was normal price.
Yes.
One of them was like $100. One of them was like $120. This year they have added a 150. And now here's what it is, and here's what pisses me off. Standard edition, if you pre-order it, you get the game. You get last year's game included. This is just if you get digital in the PlayStation Store. I can't speak for everywhere. And then you get the pre-order DLC pack, which is cool because pre-ordering it doesn't cost any extra money. If you do pre-order it, you get an extra dude. You get Joe Hendry, which I'm a fan of Joe Hendry. I think he's funny. So you get that. The $100 edition, you get all that shit, plus you get Ringside Pass Season 1. Ringside Pass Premium Season 1, and you get to play the game a week early. The $130 edition is all that shit. You get Ringside Premium Pass Season 1 through 4. You get early access, which that's included in all of that shit, and then you get a DLC pack, which is the Attitude Era pack, which comes with people who were already on the base game last year, which is annoying. And then for the 150, you get all of that shit. You get the WrestleMania 42 pack. You also get Ringside Pass Seasons 5 and 6. And then you get the Monday Night War Edition pack, which is WCW guys that were also on the base game last year. And here's what really pisses me off about this. A couple things. The first one, if you paid extra for the season pass, like if you paid for the deluxe edition, you would get all the DLC for free as it came out. It was like 5 characters every month or something like that you would get. You get
what?
the early.
Before
what,
you
what
continue,
is it?
I'm sorry. Just before I forget, so 5 characters a month. Do they continue releasing them, and you get them as the months go on too?
I believe they had 6 DLC packs that came out. So sometimes it was every month, sometimes it was every 2, but they had it on a schedule. And they announced that schedule before the game came out, and they announced who was on it. So you could really look like, okay, do I want these guys bad enough? Is it worth the money? Which I got the the deluxe edition last year because I wanted the DLC and I wanted the week early. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was my money's worth. But what they're doing with DLC this year is they've turned it into this ringside pass thing, which is annoying because what that is it's like a Fortnite battle pass. So you pay the extra money, and instead of getting these characters, you get a chance to unlock these characters. You have to grind and get like your whatever experience point system they have, because this is new. They haven't done this before. And the most annoying thing about it is that they got pre-orders up. People are pre-ordering the shit, and they haven't even said who's on them. So they're just like...
Is this tailored towards fans, or is this tailored towards people that are going to stream and talk about it? And, like...
Probably more the second one.
That's what
I would say it's also geared towards fans. It's just dirty the way they did it, because all the bonus packs, like the Attitude Era pack and the Monday Night War pack, they're all characters that were just on the game last year that you could just unlock. You didn't have to pay anything for them. It's like, I don't know who's in each one, but let me see.
This is not NBA 2K. This is wrestling, and in 2025 games, you get the eras, you get the varieties, and obviously, if you're going to add in, and this is from somebody that plays the wrestling games, maybe actual matches 4 to 5 times a year. So, never.
Yeah.
But you add in variations of the characters that were special. You know, add in specific eras of the characters that didn't happen often. But you can't take the base characters from them, especially when they're, like, let's say, I'm not sure Hulk Hogan is around, like, are the 80s around that time? You said WCW, so I'd say so.
Hulk Hogan would be on the WCW one. The Hollywood Hulk Hogan, like the NWO Hulk Hogan, will be on the WCW one. But He was just on the game last year. Right.
And he should be, because why... Gaming's not meant for kids anymore. It's also meant for people that enjoyed it when he was around. So it just...
Yeah.
To me, it just seems like you're scamming the fans that are there. Like...
Yeah. Yeah, you really are. And here's my take on it. if you can prove that it's worth the money, which I have a hard time buying into the $150 one being worth the money. The rest of them, sure, if you include the right shit, but how are you going to put this out there and try to get people to pre-order it, and you don't even say who's on it?
You just show the covers, and you're like, hey, wait to see.
You show the cover and a little gameplay trailer, and it wasn't even really a gameplay trailer. It was just the commercial. And you're like, okay, the game looks cool, but like, why am I buying it twice?
And the game
that's what the price is. That's what the price is. The price is buying it twice.
And what's disgusting is 5 years ago, the $130 one is more than doubling the price of a game. So it's just, I don't know. I saw that. I wanted to talk to you about it because also anybody that's going to buy it, don't. You can literally wait like 2 months and get the last WWE for free on PlayStation Plus probably.
You can get it right now. It's on the catalog. You can get 2K25 right now, which I'm gonna get 2K26, but I don't see me I'm definitely don't see me getting the big one.
I don't see most people doing that.
Yeah, I'll get the second one, like the one with Triple H on it. Like I'll get that one because you get to play the game early, and I don't know how much longer that I'm going to have like time to play. So I'm gonna get that one, most likely, because you get the game early and you get a little bit of bonus shit with it, just like the other years you get bonus shit with it. And but I really don't see myself getting the other one unless they were to like knock my socks off with all the stuff. That's what I don't like about their marketing for these games every year is they keep everything so secretive until like the week of release.
Yep.
And like, dude, do you not want people to buy this shit? Like this isn't the show. I understand if you're watching the show, you want to keep everything a surprise and have people, have people shocked and giving reactions and stuff. But like, why are you doing that with the game? Like, if you want people to buy the game, tell them what's on the game. Don't wait until early access is March 6th. Don't wait until March 2nd to be like, oh yeah, by the way, if you buy this one that's $150, you get all these people.
Because it's not a mystery box. It's a video game that costs a lot of money. Like the gamers. I keep saying we. I'm in that category, but not specifically for this game, But
which I am, but that's why it chaps my ass is because like I don't want to even though I love these games, I don't want to pay that kind of money.
It does for me, and I'm not into it. And it's for the simple fact of I hate disrespecting the average consumer. Understanding that we are in the country that is frivolous, excess, all of that. I get that. That's why you're able to make a game every year and sell millions of copies. Yep. Don't abuse it though. Like, don't take advantage that's what they're doing. People. And that's where I get tired of gaming. Gaming has went. It's why you can't even freaking. If you look, one of the tech billionaires recently stated, they said within the next 5 years, PC gamers are going to be transitioning from being able to hold data to renting your data. So you're going to be renting your everything that is online and everything that is in your PC to operate. Which is exactly what I've been saying in terms of our transition from the early 2000s to now. We've went away from the society of owning things to the society of renting things, from cars to movies to houses, literally everything. The average age of homeowners went from 23 to 42, I think, and that's in 20-year period. So you look at everything now, it makes sense. I mean, look at this right here. I've been a comedy fan for over 15 years. This is my first CD album of comedy. Like you're not able to, and I have some CDs, but CDs are dead, DVDs are dead. Just the evolution of it is we're renting our content and our information. We're not owning any of it. So, just going with, I don't know. It just bothers me. It just really bothers me because you're taking advantage of everybody.
Yeah. And I just hate how they did this one because it used to be, I used to understand upping the price to give everybody the DLC, included with their game purchase. Because you just get these characters. You paid the extra money for these characters, but it's like now you got to pay the extra money just to get the opportunity to unlock them. like I would pay for the DLC packs to get the characters, but like not everybody has, the people that have the money to pay for this and not see anything, wrong with paying for it. You probably don't have the time to sit there and grind out and get all this shit they're paying for. So like there's some people that are just gonna pay for stuff that they never get.
Yep.
Because like I hate that they turned it from DLC into a battle pass. Essentially, they just turned it into the Fortnite battle pass. Like
that's how all gaming is, bro. Gaming, it's so funny because gaming's not the first iteration of that happening, but it's the first version of full adaptation to it. Like, once companies saw that, oh, wow, you're telling me that I can make base level money plus 3x on added little extra. Like, that's my issue with Call of Duty. Call of Duty's went down. Like, it's just, you have to buy a bunch of extra shit to level up your guns rather than being able to work through it to, one, either be at a base level or still have different guns that can still do the equal thing if your skill level is, par or above. And it's just, I don't know. As somebody that used to consider himself a real gamer, the only thing I play now is VR. I play VR every night, but I don't really play regular games, like we used to anyways. I don't get the rush from it, but I think it's also because you have to work so much more or pay for it to be any good at stuff. It's
and now on this particular instance, you got to do both. You got to pay more for it and play it more.
Oh my gosh, that's my thing. People, I am not a shit Call of Duty player. I'm not the best, but I'm not a shit. But
you were back in the day. You were really good. You were really good in college.
I can't play worse shit now, and it is so frustrating to me because I know, like, you just can't compete with these specific. Like, if I get shot twice, I don't care. It's just, you just can't do specific things. It's just so hard. It's just so hard to play in a way that's genuinely, for the game rather than. I mean, I could even talk to, let's just say my brother's age. People my brother's age, they're looking at what can I do to win rather than how can I be proud of how good I actually am at the game. It's like, it's just a different understanding of what it is or, what you think it takes to make you good. Used to it takes skill, now it just takes, money and time.
Yeah. Now, I will say that I'll end up getting this game, but they're not getting $150 from me, at least not at once. Because you can buy these things individually, too. That's another thing. Like, you can buy these ringside passes, like, each season. You can pay for them individually. They're like $8. So, like, I'm going to wait until I see it. Because I'm going to get the Triple H one, and so I can play it a week early. Mainly because the week early is also my short week. So if I wait until the actual week of the release, I'm like, shit, now I gotta work all weekend. Like, oh, Friday's here, but I gotta do 3 12-hour shifts before I got time to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna get that, and it comes with 1 season pass. It comes with like the first season, and then they only come out like once every 2 months, I think, or once every month or something like that. So like, yeah, I'm not gonna drop all $150 right off rip for something I'm not even gonna get to play until May.
Well, staying in, looking at it, that gives you time to at least have other people kind of give you their input as to, is this one worth purchasing?
Yeah, right. And like, if it's not, then it ain't gonna happen.
No,
like,
even if it's $8, it's $8 you don't need to spend on it.
Yeah, but like, I'm the only reason, and I hate this because 2K's getting me. It's the same thing they do with basketball. The only reason that like I'm getting it at all is because I love the games. Like 2K, like NBA 2K, I love that shit. I play that religiously. I still play that. Like, I played that earlier today. And then, but yeah, these wrestling 2K games, they're good. I like them, but they're getting ridiculous with the prices. And while I will be one of the sheep that continues to play them every year, I will not be one of the sheep that blindly pre-orders a $150 game without them giving any
value
hint
to you.
of
Value has to be given back to the customer. And that's the problem, is they're wanting to make a percentage markup of value rather than just giving the game for the base level average industry cost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody's they're trying to increase their profit margins. It's the most annoying thing about economics, and about if you're around anybody business, they annoy you because they're like, wow, we got to keep increasing. We got to make sure that everybody's happy, whether it be a board, shareholders, whoever it be. And it's like, dude, if we're in the profit margins and we're succeeding, what's wrong with staying steady and making sure that we're able to, you know, prolong that as long as possible rather than
yeah.
And that's what happens with gaming is you see the people that are like, well, we've talked about it actually previously. Madden's a great example. If the game's not worth it, you're going to lose sales. You're going to lose ridiculous amount of sales because people just aren't paying for something when the value's not there for them. And when it comes to gaming, it's so funny because now I think you need to do both. I hate just singular online games. You need to make sure that you have a really good storyline that somebody can just play and progress through themselves, as well as an option to play online, be with friends, connect with others that are also interested in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The wrong games are doing these deluxe editions. Like, the last deluxe edition that I saw that was really worth every penny was when Spider-Man came out. Because it came with actual DLC. It came with more story. You got, like, 3 DLC chapters. It was a total, like... It ended up totaling to, like, 10, 12 hours of gameplay.
Yes,
that's worth the money. Like, that's
I remember
worth the money.
you saying that. I remember you telling me about that. My brother Caleb actually has that, which, by the way, we also need to put in there. I'm only going to put the Arkham series games over that. Those Spider-Man games are supposed to be some of the best games that have been put out in a long time.
I think they are.
Caleb loves those, dude. He loves those games.
The Spider-Man, like the first one, the second one, like gameplay-wise, is really fun. Story-wise was a little It started off good, and then the ending of it was kind of rushed. It felt like a TV show that was running out of airtime, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we gotta hurry up." But like the gameplay was fun. The Miles Morales game was really good. It was short. It felt like DLC because it was short. But that first Spider-Man game was like one of my top 5 favorite games ever. I have replayed that game I don't know how many times. I replayed it again like 6 months ago. Like, I love that game. I will replay it again too sometime. I don't know when, but sometime. I thought about re-downloading it today.
I love hearing that. That's if there's anybody listens to this podcast can take away, there are 2 series of games. The Arkham series and the Spider-Man series are some of the best superhero games that you can get yourself into. And, you know, actually sit down. To me, well, I guess the Arkham games make sense because they were. I can't say anything about those Batman games. But the Spider-Man game is reminiscent of old school gaming, to whereas it was story, and it was hours and hours and hours of story, and
a good story, a very good story too.
And I don't know how the Spider-Man games are, but do you remember how the Arkham games? You could complete the story, but if you didn't get all the like Riddler clues.
Oh, fuck those things, dude. That was the only thing I hated about those Arkham games, were the Riddler trophies. Those things pissed me off so bad.
There were so many that like over 100 that you had to collect throughout the game.
I think there was an even 100 in Arkham Knight.
Is there 100?
I think there's an even 100, yeah.
Okay, so it's a lot, and it's just so funny because they let you complete the game, but you don't complete the game technically. And it's just a fun thing to periodically go back through and to attempt to try to get. I never have beaten that. I never did beat that.
You didn't beat the Riddler thing, or you didn't beat the Arkham game?
The
Arkham
Riddler. Riddler clues.
I did once, and then never again. Like, even I've played through it again after that, and I'm like, nope, not happening. I'm not doing it.
It's just too much for me, and it gets super repetitive, especially whenever you're stuck on one thing that you can't get past. Yeah. I can't do that for, a week plus straight. Yeah. And because you're literally stuck on that, or you're just free playing. So it's just, I don't know. But man, those are awesome. But are the Spider-Man games, do they have side missions like that?
Oh yeah, they have side missions like that, but they're not that hard. Like they have, I'd say the thing that's the most tedious in the first Spider-Man game is probably like the research stations. They have these things where Harry Osborn leaves a bunch of like research stations, and you go to them, and then it's just like little. Most of the time, it's like not even fighting. It's just little shit that only Spider-Man can do, which is really funny because it's like, man, he left these to Peter. He didn't leave these to Spider-Man. He doesn't know this guy's Spider-Man. How does he expect him to get this done?
Yeah, I think I remember. So, are those like the ones where it's almost like solving puzzles and connecting different circuits under?
Yeah.
I remember you playing those, dude.
One of
That's
them
so
is one
funny.
where you gotta like go through the city and reconnect like his whole network of like Oscorp's database. You have to go around and you're in the middle of a storm and you keep getting struck by lightning. It's just annoying as shit. And you have to like your spider senses goes off and you have to hurry up and get out of the range that you're in before you get zapped.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh, yeah. See, those are. How much longer do those side missions prolong the game?
Shit, a good bit.
Good.
Not enough to where it's like annoying because there is such thing as that too. Like you can have an annoying amount of side missions, especially if the side missions are annoying. Like that game I'm playing now, Ghost of Yote, it has a lot of side missions in it, but it's not an annoying amount, and all of them are fun. All like they're like bounty hunts and shit like that. Like they're all worth going out of your way to do.
I don't play a lot of games that aren't mainstream anymore. Since the PS4, basically, but there are certain Assassin's Creed games that have some of the most mundane and stupid side missions to them. Like,
Yeah.
just absolutely no. Like, they're not worth completing to complete the game. I have not completed more Assassin's Creed games than I've started, and it's because like
Really?
I really enjoy them all. It's just a new one comes out by the time I finish one. Because especially back in the day, I didn't play religiously because of sports and because of everything. So it was it was a lot harder for me.
One game that I loved that I didn't care for any of the side missions was God of War. Like the new ones, the two new ones.
I never played those.
Those are really good. I think the first one is free on the PlayStation Store. But yeah, the second one is now too, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I played those and I loved them. The story's awesome. It's a really good game. But there's some side missions, it's like, oh, I got to go back to this area of the map. Like, I remember the last time I was here, it was really frustrating, and I got lost, and the fights are all hard, and I'm not doing it again. I'm not going back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that game, story-wise,
One
is
of
awesome.
those. I've always heard that. I know it won a bunch of awards. I don't, I just don't have time for games either, though, I guess. Or even whenever I do have time, I just don't.
Yeah, you do, like, other hobbies that occupy your
Yeah.
time as opposed to playing games, yeah.
Yeah, I've really been put through the ringer with silver this month, or in the past 2 months. I'm just so scared. The banks, J.P. Morgan and a bunch of banks shorted silver there on Friday, so silver dropped from 115 to 85. Today it was like $80. But they shorted it, and what a short means basically is like, so you have silver for $100, or I have silver for $100. I sell it to you for $100, knowing that me selling to you is going to decrease the market price. So on Monday, when silver is $70 an ounce, I'm going to come back to you and buy it. And then I'm going to re-weight and fluctuate the market and make $30 per ounce on it, so they're just making money on top of money. So a lot of banks did that, and with just the various world crises that are going on, and Chinese markets really putting a lot of money back into bullion. There's so much uncertainty with it, but it's the highest that it's ever been in history, ever. It was there last Friday. when I started buying silver, it was $20 between 18 and like $22, and it was at, like I said, 115, 116. So it was ridiculously valued. So that's been scaring me. That's been one hobby that's been very much preoccupying my time. And just in researching and knowing what's going on, I have not made a video in weeks or a month. Just constantly am looking and fretting about that shit.
Dude, there's one thing I'm going to ask you about, the thing that I told you about before we started, the thing that I said I had to ask you about. Have you heard or looked into anything about, I'm sure you've heard about them, the prediction markets? Have you heard about this?
Yeah, wait, are you talking about prediction markets that you can bet on?
Yeah, like Kalshi and Polymarket.
I've heard about them. I know a little bit. I've never actually looked into them.
I don't know exactly how they work, but I wanted to talk about it ever since I saw it on South Park the other day. And you can, because on on South Park they had a bet on if Kyle's mom would launch some sort of attack on a hospital in Gaza.
And that was a bet?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's funny because if you, like, I went on to Kalshi and looked. You can bet, and it's crazy because they advertise it as trading. I don't know what loophole they use to make this legal, but you can literally bet on anything. And I think it's funny, but it's really stupid. You can bet on next U.S. presidential election winner. And then it has the options of J.D. Vance and Gavin Newsom. And then it has, I think you can, oh shit. I think it lets you write them in, but you can't do it without an account, and I'm not signing up. There's sports and stuff too, but let's see. One was how long will the government shutdown last? Yeah. How long will the government shutdown last? More than 4 days? More than 5 days? Bad Bunny's halftime opener.
Bro, that's funny.
When will the government be fully funded? The Strangers Chapter 3 Rotten Tomatoes score. Which brands will advertise during the Super Bowl 2026?
Man, I could make some money or lose some money on that shit with certain hobbies that I'm into. That's funny.
Here's one. Who will attend the big game, which is the Super Bowl? And there's Lionel Messi and Elon Musk. And it's just like,
that's so funny.
You can just bet yes and no on all these things. Unemployment in January 2026 above 4.4%. Above 4.3%.
Man, I wish I wish I was a gambling man these days. I no longer am, unfortunately, but if I was, I would be putting some money towards something.
You can bet on what people will say. This says, what will announcers say during the Pro Bowl? And the most picked one is Mahomes. Let's see.
What the?
You can bet on measles cases this year. Who will win?
I wouldn't do good in any of that.
Who will win the Nobel Peace Prize?
What the?
What will announcers say during the Minnesota at Memphis professional basketball game?
What the heck?
Yeah, buzzer, alley-oop, MVP are some of the options.
Okay, that's just... Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go pee. You hold where you're at. We can transition or keep talking about this. If there's a commercial, everybody enjoy it. It's probably not a sponsor. And if there's not, then get ready to continue.
But yeah, dude, I don't have a whole lot to say about this other than this should definitely not be legal. This is...
No.
You're betting on people's lives. There's one that's... where'd it go? Will Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce be married before January 1st, 2027? Oh, goddamn, a lot of no's on that one.
So you're like legitimate.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but the fact that it's legal is concerning. And what's stopping people from betting on themselves on this?
Yeah. But I guess if other people aren't betting on you, though, it's probably based off the number of people that are betting on you.
Yeah.
And because you're splitting the pot on each one, so it makes sense.
The thing that really made me want to talk about this was Trevor Noah. You know who that is, right? The comedian guy. I don't know if he's technically a comedian or whatever, but he's like the new. Whose show did he take?
He took the Daily Show.
That's right. Yeah, it used to be Jon Stewart, and now it's him. Yeah, but he there was some award show yesterday, and he just randomly goes. It was obviously a joke, but it was funny as shit. He goes, "Potato," and he said, "I don't know if anybody." He said, I forget exactly how he worded it, but he was like, "I know there probably weren't very many people that bet that Trevor Noah would say potato at whatever award show it was," and then he goes, "But I would like to congratulate T Noah 22." I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Dude, and if he made that, everybody was betting, like, no way. No.
Yeah, not a fucking chance.
Oh, see, so if you're famous, you have the platform to be able to do so. Good for you. I'm all for taking advantage of retards.
And that's exactly what that is, yeah.
Yeah. And just gambling itself. Gambling's retarded, and it's dumb. It's fun, but it's dumb, and you need to
This
understand.
is the dumbest form of it. Like,
Yeah,
this is easily the dumbest form of it, and it's got to be the most addiction-feeding of all gambling.
Yes.
Because sports betting's one thing. I used to do it back in my day. I don't want to say a lot. I used to do it frequently, but with not a lot of money. I'd bet like $1 here and there. But that shit's silly.
That's just
Like we're treading into dangerous territory here.
your attention span is short, and you just, I don't know. You don't have a lot of you don't have a lot of goals if that's what you're doing and spending your time on. I can promise you that.
I know.
That's,
yeah, you're betting on real life shit. Sorry, you're trading on real life shit, but yeah, you're betting. That's what it is.
and more than likely, you're doing it in a bunch of randomness and not just one specific category on one specific thing.
Yeah, like you're betting if Kyle's mom's going to attack a hospital in Gaza. No, it was really funny because the whole episode was like everybody was betting, and then they're like, "Well, it's got really low odds. We can make a lot of money off of this." So what everybody was trying to do is piss her off.
It would have been really funny if South Park created one of the bets and was like, "Whose mom will threaten to do you think will threaten to bomb?" That would be so funny. See, if I had enough following, we could really mess with some stuff. That would be fun.
Yeah. But Cartman made the bet, and then he saw like a bunch of people were like, it started going up because people were asking her about it and pissing her off, and she was saying that how she was gonna go over there and like give them a piece of their mind or whatever, and and then whenever the odds started going up, Cartman started panicking. So, but he bet no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he waited for it to go up, and then he took like $1,400 of his mom's money and then bet that she wouldn't do it. And then he found out that she actually like got a flight and went over to Gaza. And then he was like, then all of a sudden he was like, "Kyle, you got to call them and complain, and say it's discriminating against your religion, this, that, or the other, to get the bet pulled." It was funny as shit. I highly recommend you watch it. If you watch any South Park on the newer seasons, you should watch that one. They're all funny, but that one was funny as shit. That one cracked me up.
Yeah, that's awesome. That sounds great. Oh, that's too funny.
You wanna crack open the wheel? We abandoned the wheel last week for
other things.
Other shenanigans. Yeah.
Do a good wheel spin this week. Oh, Banter, the Banter Wheel spin. See what we get here, yeah.
Dude, we should get on that. We should get on Kalshi and then see if Jonathan's gonna make it to 200. Bet on that.
If can make it to what?
If Jonathan can make it to 200 years old,
that would be awesome. I don't know whose this is.
It's probably mine.
Best video game consoles.
That's not mine.
I'm very biased on consoles, so I'm surprised I picked a console. But that also makes sense because it's short, and eventually I was making so many, I was just going with short ones, so. Okay. Best video game console, and then in parentheses it says generation. So we can talk about a generation of consoles, or we can, talk about a specific console itself. I feel like you'll have a lot to say about this.
We can each throw a couple out there. I think a great one that has stood the test of time. I'm not going to go with any new ones because I feel like that's too much of a layup. Like, I could easily say PlayStation 5, but for one, I don't think it would be right, and two, it's easy to say that the newer ones are the best ones because they can do the most shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like stood the test of time, and to answer that, I got to say Nintendo DS is way up there, man. I still play Nintendo DS on my phone. Like,
yeah, the DS
Nintendo DS was just awesome. It had so much shit.
It was crazy. And it was revolutionary in terms of the display and everything that you had. It just, it itself was, for many years, the Christmas gift to get. Like, without a doubt. Yeah, I love that. Well, building off that, my favorite console of all time, in terms of just the memories that I have built with it, is the GameCube.
The GameCube is good.
The GameCube for me is just, I don't know, dude. I mean, one, you can play the GameCube games in a Wii. If nobody knows that, you can do that. So you should do that. But also, the GameCube itself is just, it was just awesome. From the design all the way to your startup screen where it was, and then it dropped and made the GameCube itself. Like, you just, I don't know. I just have a lot of memories with those, and one day, whenever I have money, I will buy another console like that.
Very easy to move around, too. It weighed like almost nothing. It was
had
just
two
a box
cords
that was this big. It had two cords. It had a handle. I don't know if you knew that. It has a carrying handle on it. Yeah. I gotta go with this one. I guess this one's a layup, but I'll explain exactly why I'm going with it. The PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 kicked ass, man. And just because of all the games it had on it. Like, it had the Jak and Daxter series, most of the Ratchet and Clanks. Ratchet and Clank spilled over into PS3 and 4, and now 5. They have a Ratchet and Clank PS5 game, a couple of them, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, the Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, like, just so much good shit on the PlayStation 2 that has stood the test of time. I would still play any of those games to this day. I played the Jak and Daxter series again last year. Like, I played it on the PS5, but yeah, it's the PlayStation 2 is a game changer, especially the slim one.
Yeah.
I feel like the big fat one broke. Like, I know, I think growing up, like, we broke like two of the big fat ones before we finally got a slim, and I think it still works.
Well, the Slim was revolutionary because at the time you still had SD cards that you could use. So the memory itself, it was like, it was the best of both worlds. That really was. That was the start of, obviously, there was PS Slims all the way up to 4, and now they call it something else.
They still have one now. I have.
Is it still called a Slim?
Yeah, it's not slim, but it's a hell of a lot smaller than the full size one. Yeah.
I thought they changed the name for it. Okay.
No, I think it's still the PS5 Slim. It's not a good name because it ain't slim, but it's a lot easier to like move around than the first PlayStation 5 was. First PlayStation 5 was bigger than my backpack. I couldn't take it anywhere. I only took it. The only time I ever packed it and took it with me was whenever I was going to be at mom's for like a week.
Yeah.
But now, like, I bring mine with me if I'm going to be there for a weekend just because it's not a pain in the ass to pack anymore. Yep. It's light, not gargantuan. Like, I remember when I got my original PlayStation that broke, my big-ass one, it's actually right behind me, my big-ass PlayStation 5 that broke on me, it is heavy as shit. I remember getting the box, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? It was wider than my car seat. I had to put it in the car seat and put the seatbelt on it.
That's retarded. That's crazy. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to ours. Ours is just the newer gen, so I'm sure it's got to be a lot lighter, a lot more compressed.
Does yours have the stand on the bottom of it that holds? Oh yeah, you got the full size one then.
Yeah.
The Slim just only goes on its side. You have to buy the stand separately to make it horizontal. The big one comes with the stand.
Okay, yeah, this one has the clip-ins to sit down, which right now we have it laying down because I can't stand it up. I don't know. I'll have to look at my box somewhere. I don't know where I put it. But either way, yeah, it's still... the most important part about mine was that I actually got the disc drive because I wanted the disc
Yes.
drive. So,
yeah, that's crucial.
yes.
Because, dude, there's so many times that, like, say you want a game, like I've run into this, like I've wanted a game and then go in the PlayStation Store and it's still like full price $70, but you can go to GameStop and you find a used one for $30.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm also a crackhead that still buys DVDs and has hundreds of DVDs in my collections. Like, I love movies, so it's an absolute must for that.
Yeah.
I wonder, do they play CDs?
I don't think they do. Because I think whenever I bought my CDs, like when I went to that retro music store and bought a bunch of CDs, I'm pretty sure I Googled that because I thought, like, hey, I could listen to these in the PlayStation, but I don't think you can.
That makes sense. I wouldn't figure. Nope. Not audio. Gay. Yeah, that's dope then. My only other console that absolutely sticks out to me and is revolutionary is just not the first Xbox iteration, but the second, so like the 2004 version that came out, where they compressed the controller and made it what it is today in terms of the design.
Yeah.
So still the original Xbox though. I have the most memories with that game in terms of childhood and what it led up to. The Call of Duties that were out around that time and pre like 2009-ish were instrumental in forming mine and Andy's bonds that would later, evolve into what it has. And it's just, it's been, I don't know, the games that were on it, like, all the way into high school, like, it's just too good. Halo, I just can't. Like, I'm actually losing the words that I'm thinking of because more things keep popping in my head. So, like, I'm retarded. I like that word today. But it's, just the original Xbox. I don't know. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I don't really think I have any more that like stand out without sitting here. Like, I mean, I like all of them to an extent, but yeah, I don't think. I'll say one that would have been on my list if it had come out probably 10 years later is the PSP. The PSP was like ahead of its time, and at the time it came out, there wasn't a ton of cool shit they could do with it, but it was a very good concept. And then, it just kind of died, and they never made another. They made the PS Vita or whatever, but nobody cared enough about that to buy one. Like,
No.
they died so fast, the PS Vita did. But if the PSP would have came out, I'd say 10 years later than it came out, oh my god, it would have been all-timer. The PSP was still really good, but it was just, it came out too early to do as much with it as that could be done with it, I guess I should say.
Yep, I have a PSP in there still. It still works. I have a bunch of games and movies for it. What's unfortunate, it doesn't connect to Wi-Fi like today's Wi-Fi. So you can't even connect to a server to update or connect to even a PlayStation account or anything.
Yeah,
so
that sucks.
It's very what I could actually say in terms of the way it operates, prehistoric. But it still works, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give that beast another spin, dude. That was a good one. I do like the game console one, and I could go all day about game consoles and the good and bad things about them. But yeah, my favorite two all time DS, PlayStation 2. Just too much good shit on all of them.
Yep. No, those were really good choices. That was good. Okay, so our answer number 2 is, I'm going to assume this was you. I don't think it was me. Is there an athlete you thought was the next big thing at the beginning of the career that just didn't live up to the expectations?
Oh yeah, that was me. I remember coming up with that one. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure if I were to think really hard, I could think of a lot of them, but the first one that comes to mind for me is Andrew Wiggins.
That's fair. Well, especially for us being Cavs fans, that's very fair.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be like the best thing since LeBron James, and
Yeah.
he was okay. It took him a while to be okay, and he only really seemed to be good whenever he realized that his role was not the guy. But coming into the league, he was supposed to be the guy. He was supposed to be like king shit,
Yep.
and then the Cavs drafted him, and we were all excited. Then they got LeBron back, and then they traded him for Kevin Love, and then it was just like his time in Minnesota never really amounted to anything. He really didn't become much until he went to Golden State, and now I believe he plays in Miami. But like he was good enough, but you know what I mean. Like he's definitely not a bad player. It's just
First rounds.
he's not what he was supposed to be.
Yep.
Not first overall. He's not what he was supposed to be.
Yep. It's so funny. I'm looking at it, and that's a really good question. So if I was gonna say it, it would the person that comes to mind first off is Johnny Manziel. Um,
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah,
Manziel is the biggest iteration or biggest example of that for me, and though a lot of it was himself, but it also was not himself because some people just that's what happens. You know what I mean?
right.
So he's the biggest example that I can think of. Um, he should have been. He was supposed to be like he was the Tom Brady of college and was supposed to be plus. Like he should be what Patrick Mahomes is. You know?
Yeah, he should have been really good. Like they made him get his shit together, and then he started sucking. They made him stop being an alcoholic, and he wasn't good anymore.
Yeah. He was like, I can't do drugs. I can't do this team. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Football doesn't work if I'm not having a good time. So yeah, that was. He's really sad. You know, I could for a long time up until the last 3 years, I would say the next biggest one would be Baker Mayfield in terms of being an upset that I was excited to see, but just didn't follow through.
yeah. Which he's good
But
again now. He's good again now, but yeah, he had a giant rough patch there in the middle.
yep, yeah, it just was not pretty and not fun to look at, especially with him being another guy that at college you're just like, even if you're not a fan of the teams he plays for, it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, like in college, you're like, wow, this guy might be Jesus.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
just, and that's exactly how Johnny Manziel was. And it's really funny. Tim Tebow could be another example we throw in there.
yeah,
Tim Tebow, college is just different level. That's what everybody
yeah.
needs. That's what we got to realize. That's what that tells me, I guess. College is a different level, bro. Uh,
Yeah, shit. I feel like I could come up with football players all day.
yeah, those are the easiest two. Actually, I bet baseball would be the easiest too if I really knew baseball players.
I don't know. I can't
But
really think of too many baseball players. I'm sure there are some, but most of them probably like fell off in the minor leagues before they got a
yeah,
chance to.
yeah. See, and I also think about people that are just like there's a lot of people that are super super good in high school or in college that
Yeah.
get drafted and then they're just not able to develop past that age range of players.
Right.
So I just assume that though I don't know enough to be able to really comment on it.
Oh, I'll tell you another one before we swap questions. One that I thought was going to be the shit at the beginning of his career, and he was picked really high in the draft. Mark Sanchez,
Yeah,
and then
I think he's a
he
funny one.
he tore shit up for about 3 games.
He is a
and
funny one.
and then he fell off a cliff, and then he became bad. He became known specifically for the butt fumble, and now he's known as the dude that got stabbed for harassing the delivery driver.
How is he?
I don't know. I'm assuming alive, but I don't know if he's in jail or what. Let me see. I can't find anything about him since it happened. I got his Instagram here.
Has he posted?
No.
Probably smart.
Not well. He has since then, I guess, but he posted in December.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which his whole thing happened. I want to say in September or October.
Okay. Yeah, because it was early in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was early in the season.
Yeah, it happened when I was in New York, which would have been late September, early October. Yeah, that's when I found out about it. But yeah, dude, when he started his career, I mean, he was real high first round pick. He had like 3 or 4 games where he was just tearing shit up. The Jets were doing solid, which they ended up going to the conference championship that year. But they were like 9-7. They went there purely out of luck. But
still went there. That's impressive. I got to give him it still. Like
he tore it up for about 3 games, and then he started doing really, really shitty, and they somehow still made a playoff run, and then they ran into Peyton Manning.
That'll do it, especially at whatever time period. When was that? What year is that?
2009? 09, I think.
That's about right. Oh, yeah, the Super Colts.
Yeah, that was the year the Colts were like 14-2 or some shit. Yeah, he was drafted 2009 first round.
The only time that Peyton Manning ever had a better season, ironically enough, was his last season, in my opinion. He's just... Because of his age.
Broncos Peyton Manning was nuts.
Whew. That guy was,
He was drafted in the same draft as Matthew Stafford, who is still playing football today.
At a high level. He just lost in the conference championship.
Yeah, I don't know if they've announced it yet, but he might end up being the MVP.
I hope he is.
He was also in the same draft as Julian Edelman, Pat McAfee, LaShawn McCoy, Clay Matthews.
Okay, those are all worth mentioning in their own rights, but the only person really worth mentioning in football rights is Clay Matthews and Julian Edelman. In terms of professional standards, Julian Edelman ended up being a boss with, and then Clay Matthews is Clay Matthews. I don't like the Green Bay, but
I don't know if you remember this guy, but Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace. That sounds so familiar.
Pittsburgh Steelers, number 17. He was fast as shit. I remember playing Madden with the Steelers and just throwing deep balls to Mike Wallace all the time because he would always just outrun everybody.
Steelers. Okay. That's funny. He also... Wow, the Steelers have a bunch of people that look really similar. That's so funny. I see him. He looks familiar. I just can't swear to it, but that's awesome. What year would you have played Madden in that pen?
Probably 10 or 11.
That might have been...
like one of his first few years, because I know he was really good right out of the gate, and then I think he left the Steelers and just didn't do much. I'm pretty sure is what happened.
I was only into basketball for a good 8 years of my life, so I was not playing, especially video game wise. I wasn't playing. So I don't think so. Maybe though. What is it? 10 or 11? That's 13.
Dude, he played for a decent amount of time, and I didn't even know he played for most of these teams. So he played for the Steelers 2009 through 2012. I remember that. He played for the Dolphins 13 and 14. I remember that. But apparently he also played for the Vikings in 15, the Ravens in 16, 17, and the Eagles in 18. I don't remember any of that shit. I don't remember him playing for any of those last 3.
Yeah, but congratulations, because that means he got paid.
Yeah, right?
That's what that's about. That's what's up. Oh, goodness.
Hey,
yeah, good question.
You want to do one more of these before we go into any reviews we may have?
Yeah, we could do that. Let me go back here. Let's see what we get, everybody. Yep. Okay, this... Do you think actors and professional wrestlers ever get tired of being known primarily as a character they play instead of who they act?
That's my question. That was my question. I have two answers for that question. Professional wrestlers probably do not. That is their line of work, and that's their only line of work, and I'd say they're pretty damn happy to be known as the character they play on TV. Actors, I bet they hate it. I bet they hate it so much. Imagine being Robert Downey Jr. and you're just going around, and then everybody's just like, "Oh, it's Iron Man!" Like, motherfucker. Like, I was in other stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it, yeah. Maybe RDJ's a bad example because Iron Man's such a legendary one, but anybody else with any note, 100%. Like Mr. Bean probably does not like being remembered as Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
But that's his most iconic and funny and memorable, Yeah, I feel like some wrestlers may, if they're failed out of it, and you know what I mean? But whenever it comes to active wrestlers and people that, still are around the business at least, like, I look at Dwayne Johnson. I don't, like, there are people that have never watched wrestling but refer to him as The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
And,
it's just his name now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Austin, like, most people, even in my head right there, I was like, don't call him Cold Stone. Cold Stone. I was Cold. Literally, or Stone Cold. See, I'm
Cold Stone's the ice cream place.
I know. I'm a little too many in, but I was just thinking about, like, there are certain people where you look at, but then it's also unfortunate because you can go to certain people and it's like, well, a lot of people might not know that the Undertaker's name is Mark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So and so for me, it's also like, well, if they knew me as more than just the Undertaker, that would also. Yeah. But in his instance, I don't think wrestlers care.
I don't think they care either. I don't think they care one bit. I feel like actors would, but I don't think wrestlers do because that's like their primary line of work, and they're like, okay, I'm glad this person at least knows me. I don't care what they know me as. It's cool that they know who I am. Because 100%. It means that they watched and they were fans and I made an impression and they remember me. Like, even if they don't watch anymore, like, okay, they remember me.
Yep.
But yeah, I would hate being an actor and only being known as one thing.
Yep.
Like
McLovin.
It would irritate the shit out of me.
That guy is talented, both actor and voice-wise, but it's McLovin for life.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never get away from it.
Nope. Yeah, dude, there's just, like, I feel like actors hate that shit. And even if it is a good role, like, I still feel like they hate that shit, especially if they've done other things. They'd be like, okay, dude, like, watch a couple more movies, because I did more than just McLovin.
Yep. Yeah, and he does, like, that's what amazes me is, Macaulay Culkin, though he stopped, he's a perfect example of it. He's almost 50 years old, and he still will only be remembered as that...
Kevin McAllister, yeah.
Yeah. 12-year-old kid that got left at home. Like,
yep.
It's really funny and iconic, but also in his instance, I bet he's like, you know what, though? I'm glad that I'm that a part of history that... He's on the positive side of it, so...
Yeah.
You'll get that indifference depending on where you're at and what you look and think of yourself.
It would be really frustrating being Jonah Hill because most people just know you as, hey, look, it's the fat guy from place name of movie here. Oh, you're muted.
The last few years he's been thin, but he's been doing dramas and nobody cares.
Yeah.
I
couldn't imagine just going around and be like, oh my god, it's the fat dude from Wolf of Wall Street. It's the fat dude from 22 Jump Street.
Yeah. It's the fat dude from everything. But we just talked about McLovin. It's the fat dude from, what is that? I'm blanking on that name. I'm such a...
Superbad.
Superbad, thank you. I always said Pineapple Express, and I was like, no. Wrong one. But yeah, man, that's a good question, dude. That's a very good question.
Yeah, like, I would much rather be known as McLovin for life than, hey, look, it's the fat guy from...
Yeah.
That's gotta be awful. Because even though he is thin, like he's thin now, unfortunately, he's a good actor. I'm not trying to shit on him, but he's still always going to be that fat guy from this movie.
It would be worse. I don't think it would be bad in his instance because you're successful.
Right. Yeah. Like he's probably.
If you're an average Joe that's in a bunch of things, but people don't ever learn your name. I absolutely see what you're saying. I fully agree with you.
Yep.
That's funny.
I haven't charged these in weeks. These things have crazy battery life on them, dude. These JBLs, you don't have to charge these bitches ever. It's nice. Like
these probably do too. I think they're actually messing up. I think these are old. That's the issue.
Yeah. I've been using mine at the gym, and like I check my battery because when it's connected to my phone, it shows me the battery life, but it doesn't show me on my computer. But like I've been using them at the gym ever since I started going, and with the exception of like the first week, because the reason I bought these is because I got tired of my earbuds. It's like these, I got to get like real headphones, and I charged them once when I first got them, and then I checked at the other day, and they're not even on half yet. Like they're just, awesome. And I've been recording every week with them. I've been using them at the gym. Crazy. Like they're just going strong.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You watch right now, they'll die. They'll die right now.
You ought to send those, shout those out to everybody. Those are crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what exact model they are, but they're JBL. It's good audio equipment right there.
Where'd you buy them at, and how much?
I bought them at Walmart for $30.
That is way cheaper than I was expecting.
I got them on sale. They had them like 50% off. I'm assuming they're coming out with a new model, and that's why they were normally like $50 or $60. But JBL stuff, that's not bad for JBL stuff, dude. Their speakers are like $70.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. If I can find a picture, I'll throw it up for everybody. If not, then just go buy them and hope that they're the same ones.
Yeah, and if they're not the same ones, then maybe you'll get a newer one that's even better.
Yeah, that could be a possibility. You got a review for this week, man.
I do, dude. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's a movie. I saw ads for it left and right, and I had to watch the shit. It's Begonia, I think is how it's pronounced. It's on Peacock.
Is that Emma? Yeah.
I thought it was a really good movie. I don't want to spoil any. Have you seen it? If you've seen
not
it, I'll
yet.
Spoil shit. Okay,
no.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's a damn good movie. It was awesome, and I accidentally predicted the end of it about halfway through, which without spoiling anything. But I was just sitting there on the couch, and I looked at Jocelyn, and I was like, "What if at the end of this movie you find out that?" And then it gets to the end of the movie, and then you'll see if whenever you watch it, you'll see the moment that I was talking about, and then I was like, "Dude, no way."
What? It's on what?
It's on Peacock. It's about.
I think I have Peacock.
So I guess if I'm just talking like without spoiling anything, talking about the ads, like the trailer that I've seen, it's basically just this crazy dude kidnaps this woman, and because he thinks that she's an alien, because like on the commercials, it's all it shows.
Yes,
is like he has her like covered in shit, and he shaves her head, and then
yes,
she was like, "Where's my hair?" And he was like, "Yeah, I cut it off so you couldn't contact your ship." And she was like, "My ship?" And he said, "Yeah, your mothership." So he thinks this lady's an alien. He's batshit insane. It's a good movie. It's a pretty good story, and I had a really good time watching it. So I don't know if I were to give it a number. It's got to knock my socks off to be a 10. So I can't give it a 10, but I'd proudly give it like an 8. I had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great.
It was good. It looked like it didn't cost a ton of money to make because there wasn't I like a good movie like that doesn't have a whole bunch of horse shit special effects in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like movies with special effects and shit in them too, depending on what the movie is. Like a superhero movie, you have to have one. But if it's a movie like that about some batshit insane dude kidnapping some lady, like you don't gotta break the bank for that movie. You don't gotta make a bunch of bullshit for it. Like,
the story's just got to be there.
The story's got to be good, and you got to use your actors' talent, and they did. And it was a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yep. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
check that shit out on Peacock if you get a second within the next week, and let me know what you think of it because I loved it. I had a good time with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I
And
just
then
texted it to Faith.
and then another movie I'm not going to give an in-depth review on, but I think you did watch it. I watched the Naked Gun, the new one. I finished it today.
I have not watched the
You
new
haven't
one.
seen that yet? You need to watch it because I know like it's a movie that like you, me, and Nathan would crack the fuck up watching because it's just a bunch of our humor. It's funny as shit.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna watch it until you're back in town and we can watch it together.
Yeah.
'Cause, that would just be a good evening.
Dude, it's so funny. It's just
Okay.
a bunch of shitty dad jokes. It's the best thing ever.
Then I am going to wait, and yeah, then I'm going to wait because I don't want to spoil anything. That's awesome. Well, okay, so I have a review, but before that, when I went downstairs, I got my tiny little balloon dog that was
Yeah.
printed.
Oh, you killed him. He's dead.
I did break it,
Nice.
but for actual size, like it is.
You broke it right there. Or you broke it already.
No, my little brother, we printed out two. He actually stole it. The tip right here is supposed to have a little tiny excess, like it's where you tied it off. My brother broke this one, and while I went to warm up my car, he switched it out. Acted like I didn't know, but I knew. But
Nice.
he's a kid, and I'm an adult, so I have to take the loss.
Right. Yeah, you have to take the broken one at that point just for his
Yes.
sake. Yeah.
But also actual golf tee length, but it's one of the ones that it has the stopper for whenever you're driving and stuff. But printed out very nice and cool. Just want to shout that out. That's what I was talking about.
That's sick. Like
Yeah,
it looks
dude.
like an actual golf tee. Could you use it as one? Obviously, it would break if you did, but like, would it hold up a golf ball and you could properly use it as a golf tee if you wanted to?
Yeah, it's the exact same length, and that's what I told him. I said, guys, the golf tees break every time you use them, anyways, if you hit them right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it absolutely will. I'm debating on either having the. I think I might keep this one and have them put me another one, but I want one just to use it to show them that. Because it's the exact length of the ones that I use. Like, I don't like
Yeah.
the super long ones, so this one's perfect for me. So, yeah, we could definitely go out and use this thing. Very cool.
That's awesome.
And just fun to make. But, so my review, though, we are sponsors. We are not a paid sponsored. So, I'm out of Dubby, so.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't fire us for whatever you're about to do here, so.
No. Which I drink a lot of Monster anyways. I like the Monster Ultra Strawberry Dreams. They're mine and Faith's favorite. But Monster just released Monster Regular Strawberry Shot.
Damn.
And I gotta tell you what, I have not had a regular Monster, dude, in years.
Yeah, me either.
I forgot how strong and unique that flavor is. But with this little shot of strawberries, man, I've had one every day for the last 4 days.
Nice.
They have been, yeah, I should not be spending the money on them, but I am. They are delicious. I recommend them to everybody in terms of, well, if you like strawberries. If not, then, and if you don't like Monster, then don't do it.
Yeah.
So never mind. Realistically, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. But I gotta give it the 0 out of 10 for the people that don't like Monster or Strawberry. So evens out to a 5 out of 10, but it is really nice, dude. Definitely worth checking out.
Dude, I don't know how big you are on Red Bull, but have you tried the new Red Bull?
Which one?
The iced vanilla berry
Nope.
thing. It's pretty good. It's pretty
Nope.
good. It's one of those weird things that like grew on me because Jocelyn was all excited for it to come out. I guess they've had it before and brought it back. I think. I don't know what other reason she would have been so excited for it for without trying it first.
Yeah.
But I think they had it before and then got rid of it and then brought it back. And I like my first one I had, I was like, I don't know, like it's all right, but it's not great. And it seems like the more of them I have, I'm like, okay, this kicks ass. I actually
This
really
is
like
actually pretty
this.
good.
Yeah.
That's how the Ultra Strawberry Dreams was for me. It was like, yeah, this is average, but for me, it's like e-cigs, or it's like nicotine in general. I don't want a bunch of flavors that's like just tasting good anymore, and it's only because I'm at the point to where if I've got an addiction to something, I need it to be just just for the addiction and not for the flavor. I need to make sure that I'm not buying it because it just tastes good. So I don't like the cotton candy or excessive artificial flavor stuff. So if it tastes like a good solid little juice, I'm all for it. Which is traditionally how I am. This does not taste like a juice. This tastes like pure Monster, just energy drink with a little bit of strawberries. So it's just a good blend of stuff.
The next time I'm in town, I'll bring some of the new Red Bulls, and then I might also get a little bottle of Jaeger, and then we'll try them that way too.
Yeah, we can do it. Jaeger, get some tequila, whatever it is.
They discontinued Blueberry. Our go-to Red Bull from back in the day is gone. Some stores still have them if they didn't sell out of them. I had one yesterday because I have a store near me that still has a shitload of them, but they're dying quick. I gotta get them while they're here.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's upsetting. It really pisses me off because I love those so much. But that's gonna be one that when it comes back, because it'll come back. It's too popular to not come back. When it comes back, I'm buying all of them.
Yeah.
I'm getting 40 of those bitches and just stocking the fridge.
That's how the Rainstorm Kiwi Green Apple will be for me. When they remake those, I'll be all over those. Those were that's what kickstarted me on energy drinks again as an adult. Those things were bomb. Gosh. Okay, we've been running for a while. Everybody, if you're with us, I appreciate it. And Wyatt, thanks for staying with me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give some closing thoughts. I'll give some closing thoughts before you give some closing thoughts. I don't know. Go on Kalshi or Polymark or whatever and bet on us to bet on us to nod or not say something. I don't know if you can make bets or write in bets, but you should be able to. And if you can't, then they need to fix that. But yeah, if somebody makes one about us, we'll make somebody some money. We'll say some random shit.
Just let us know.
Yeah, just let us know. Send it to our Instagram, and then we'll see it, and then we'll be like, okay, we'll either make this happen or we won't make it happen. Somebody's going to be pissed off. But
that is so crazy.
Oh yeah, and watch the Super Bowl this weekend. And
yeah.
Or don't, but you should. You should watch the Super Bowl and eat a bunch of food and all that good shit.
Dude. I forgot about the Super Bowl, much like everybody else. I feel crappy.
Yeah, well, it's the Patriots and the Seahawks. Fuck the Patriots, you know.
And who cares about the Seahawks?
Yeah.
So, yeah, very unforgettable little game there that we'll be having. Sorry, I forgot about the Super Bowl, so that's where my mind went. Holy cow.
Yeah. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully the Patriots don't win, and if they do, then they can go to hell. Now, there's I will say this before we close up shop. There is a 50-50 chance here. When our next episode after this one comes out, we might know about the Super Bowl. We might not. It depends on when we record, because I was debating on making a trip down this weekend. If I do, then we will record before the Super Bowl, and we will not have any news for you. We can lie and say that we do.
Yeah.
But if our next episode is in this same format right here, then we will know what happened, because it will be recorded after the fact. But we're just playing that how it goes. We'll see what happens.
Yep, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And if you guys are with us for it, then why don't you take the wheel? We're a little busy recording the podcast.
Oh shit.
Okay, I guess that's it. All right, we'll see everybody later.
See you next week.